All the evidence is out there.
How much more do you need? That's not a recent video, by the way. I just thought I should bring it back again. So today, it is reported that Bello Turji is collecting as much as 10 million naira from farmers in the northwest, north central of Nigeria before they are allowed to harvest their farm produce. You have to pay him. So if the Tifnumbu's regime is really serious in probably making the military to stop being defensive and go after these terrorists, it will be a good thing, isn't it? I want it to be. It should be a good thing, but they cannot be trusted. And I do feel sorry for some of these soldiers in the Nigerian army. Apart from the fact that they are so poorly paid, they are also highly compromised. So whatever they want us to see, which is the kind of video you saw there, right? All that stuff. But when the camera is off, when there is no time to show off to the world, their morale, it's like a kick and start of a thing. You know, the military was supposed to be an institution of disciplined people that are always going to follow physical protocol or order or something. Because if they fail to, it can cost loss of lives. It has happened before. But politicians turned Nigeria military to the weakling that have become like a killing machines for the criminal politicians in Nigeria. When it comes to defending the territorial integrity of that place, their actions have always been questionable. They hate it. And that is why you see them pretend to want to kind of fight the media war too. Nigeria military is now more interested in the media propaganda than just doing the military job. The politicians are those who kind of supply these weapons to these terrorists. They are also the same who are denying the military the adequate equipment, so to say. You know, you're going to see that Nigeria what Nigeria spends on Nigeria's budget on defense has increased astronomically in the past 7-8 years of these criminals. But the more they spend on defense in Nigeria, the more the terrorism increases. I have this video. I'm going to share that with you later, though. There's a video of, another Fulani terrorist invasion of people's farms. It's Orafite. Where is Orafite? Is that not Orafite in Abia State? I'll put the video up soon. Nigeria military are now more interested, especially the rank and file of them, they are more interested in doing bunkering, guiding the stealing of crude oil, protecting the vessels. So using the same purchased weapons that were supposed to use in warding off terrorists in Nigeria. Nigeria military will tell you they are high ranking that a repentant terrorist can become president of Nigeria. Nigeria military is now so compromised enough that they now hired repentant terrorists. Terrorists don't repent. The only repentant terrorist in history is a dead terrorist. It's only when a terrorist is dead that he becomes repentant. But in Nigeria, they will tell you they have thousands of them conscripted into the military. They are given the military-graded weapons. So military-grade weapons. Because they have repented. They have sworn by the Holy Quran that they will not be terrorists again in Nigeria. And some of these are sort of diverted to any part of the country where they want to wreak havoc, like eastern part of Nigeria. So you would love to see them indeed. So Okay, sorry, I think Orafite is in Anambra. No, that's not Orafite. I'll go look for the name again. Anyway. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I hope maybe for the last time you are, because it is not just a Bello Turji. Bello Turji just happened to be one of the TikTok terrorists. Northern part of Nigeria today, they have places called ungoverned areas. Can you believe that? There are places in northern Nigeria called ungoverned area. These are the areas where, for security reasons, right? Police stations always close at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. for security reasons. Can you believe that? The police that are supposed to provide security for you, they have to shut their station. That's if you ever see their police stations there. In most of this ungoverned area, there is no military, there is no police. You can't see them in anywhere around the area. The government designated those areas in some of these northern states too, in Borno, in Jigawa, in Niger, even in Kaduna, they have places called the ungoverned area. In Kwara State, they have a place called ungoverned area. Areas that nobody they go to. If you don't cross that border to that side, whatever happens to you, may God be with you, Denny. A lot of people have left their communities. I'm talking about thousands of communities. This is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm talking about thousands. Imagine that. People have left their communities and they've run to far, far, far land where they have become refugees. But the politicians have turned the military to kick and start, push and start. We are go now. Hey, don't go now. Wait. We are go. No, stop. Wait. Now go. That's how they have done the military. So you expect that, oh, the normal military that should have intelligence report on this and that, but they are on social media bragging, threatening the citizens. Don't try us. If you try us, you know, that is what the Nigerian military have been turned into. Some of them actually do help in, operations like this, moving Nigeria's petroleum products to the neighboring country. We see the Nigerian army. Like stuffs like that, they are very prominent. And if you see them exchange gunfire, like a gun with, you would think they are fighting terrorists. No, probably fighting those who are trying to stop them from their bunkering and the rest of that. That's what Nigeria has become. It's unfortunate, isn't it? But we'll leave that one now for now. Okay. So I saw where Soludo, Soludo was one professor that became governor in Anambra. So that's why I'm going to show you what the Fulani terrorists have done in Abia. I went to go and check the name earlier. I think I found the name now. So it is somewhere called Lopanta. You know where is Lopanta? That's in Abia State. Come to that. So Soludump was meeting with a community, and they were having, he's kind of trying to go for second term as the governor of Anambra State. So people were challenging him that you promised us that Anambra will become a Dubai, Taiwan. Because he said that to them, that if he became their governor, if he become their governor, he was going to turn Anambra State to a Dubai, Taiwan. Yesterday, that has changed, because according to him now, how can I turn this place to Dubai, Taiwan, where we have a lot of illiterates? I do not understand Igbo that much, but I'm glad he mixed it up with English. So I'll show you. The reason why Abia State is, Anambra State is not going to turn to Dubai, Taiwan anymore is because Soludom.
When we say Anambra vision African Dubai, Taiwan, mana if any mother when they talk Dubai, Taiwan, but you know, overnight skyscrapers are there available in Dubai, Taiwan. And the Bello development. And the foundation of Taiwan, access to qualitative education. Taiwan, on natural resources, anything. The road to Taiwan begins from there. You cannot get to Taiwan with illiterate population. And I will decide for Anambra to become the Taiwan of tomorrow. We have to lay the foundation today. And that particularly must have access to qualitative education. And there is no qualitative education without qualitative teachers. If you want to predict the future of any society, look at the quality of teachers and the quality of teaching. And that's why I know Bato Zubo, the first mayor in Nigeria. Governor Batano Bido with Iwalo, Iwende Madnolo. On our governors, Onye Napo, Onye Lucia. Of our lost 8 years, 2 months to go. Oh well, yes, the wage bill to Nabatan. Our own educational structure, they're very unique. The foundation will carry everybody along. When we say Anambra,
is actually a guy who has spent so much time to take a dig at Peter Obi. You know that Peter Obi brags a lot about his investment in education, taking Anambra State from the backwater state to #1 in education in Nigeria. And they've won so many schools in Anambra State have won, so many awards locally and internationally, their students. Also, Peter Obi, that's a lot of people have come to use as a good example of what a good leader should be like with little resources. Okay, so somehow it's like Soludo doesn't like this. To him, Peter Obi is exaggerated. You would think Peter Obi was the governor before Soludo, that there is actually no 8 years gap between Peter Obi and then Soludo in Anambra State. So every now and then, he kind of want to make it look like Peter Obi was a total failure when he handed over to him, that there was no Obaino in between that did his best to undo a lot of what Peter Obi might have achieved. It was the same guy who wrote, you remember, last, was it 2 years ago? It was a guy who wrote a letter to demystify Peter Obi, that Peter Obi's achievement is a total failure in Anambra State, that the money he claimed to have saved, there is no money saved. Like I said, you would think Peter Obi was the governor that handed over to Soludo. I don't know. Some are saying that it is an act of jealousy, but I'm like, no, I don't think so. So when Peter Obi was asked about this, when Peter Obi was asked about Soludo, oh, there's something I want to put up. You know what? Give me a sec, right? I am going to put something up and then I'll come back and continue this. Don't go anywhere yet.
How bad is corruption in the Nigerian government or in the Nigerian system?
Some of the things I recovered were returned back to, the people will recover those things from. For instance, there was this case of somebody will recover 80 S-Class Mercedes-Benz car, brand new, houses, farms, motorcycles, and so forth. In a house in Jabi, under information, we got intelligence, and we went there, we saw all those things. I wrote to the customs, the DG of customs, do these people pay custom duties on these vehicles? 80 brand new S-Class, armored plated. The CG of customs said no, they didn't pay. I wrote to Federal Inland Revenue Service. These people pay tax. If you are importing, if you have this kind of vehicles, if you have money to buy this kind of vehicles, you should pay enormous tax to the Nigerian government. They said no, they don't have any record of them paying tax. So we went to court. We got an order of official, and then the court asked us to, we should take custody of those things. It's interim for official pending the hearing of the case. So I did it. I did a memo to the Attorney General to brief him of what we were doing. But later on, the Attorney General said that all the cases I investigated, they never mandated me. One of them was, came through Panama Papers. You know about the Panama Papers? Mm-hmm. A Nigerian senator, former military governor, was mentioned that he has properties in offshore islands. Since I didn't have the structures to investigate this issue, which is overseas, I went to the DG, NIA, said, look, please, let us work together to do this investigation. And they did the investigation.
EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey dey prove don enter for power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey dey prove don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey dey prove don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey dey prove don enter for power. If you dey do government work, go carry am for head, maka one day aga bokwa gị na ma o. In another government, iri wayo nwanne m ebukwa ya n'isi one day aga bogete na ma ewo. EFCC chairman no dey for jail. Politician wey dey prove don enter for power.
So as I was saying, so you will think Peter Obi handed over to Soludom, a professor, former central bank governor of Nigeria, right? So he wrote a letter then that all of the achievements of Peter Obi, he didn't see them, he couldn't see them. The money that Peter Obi claimed to save, there is no money saved. And like I said, it was as if to say there was no 8 years between when Peter Obi was their governor and then him. So he then went on to promise the people then that he was going to turn Anambra State to Africa, Dubai, Taiwan. Okay? But he couldn't. He has failed miserably. To the point that if you look at those who are working for Soludom, like I said, they will make you think it was after Peter Obi that he became governor. So their responses, their online post is always about Peter Obi. So when they asked Peter Obi that he should respond to Soludom, he said, well, he is a trader. Soludo is a professor, which means Soludo is more educated than him. Therefore, Soludo is expected to perform better than him. Since Soludo won't talk about Obaino, the man that became governor after Obi, that is now standing trial for looting Anambra State, is currently standing trial with the EFCC for stealing 116 billion naira as Anambra State governor. Or for Soludo, if Peter Obi is claiming to have invested in education, Anambra State people are illiterate. So if he wants to build Taiwan for them, he will need to first educate them. He will need to first, you know what I mean? Anambra's people, Anambra workers are being owed. Who is owing them? When Peter Obi was there, he owed no one, not even the contractors. He saved money for them, $150 million. Obaino came, squandered everything. And he was building a airport. He built an airport. Yeah, Obaino built airports. And when they asked him, where did he see money to build the airport? He was like, Peter Obi left millions of dollars. So what do you want us to do with the money? I decided to build the airport. Today, Obaino, Peter Obi is walking about everywhere, asking everyone that could trace any penny to him to seize the money. And, you know, a lot of disobedience are bragging. You know, it's like a bragging right for them. Peter Obi is the only this and that and ever. And Solodom didn't like that. Now he needs to go and face the Anambra people again to tell them what he has done, how he has turned Anambra to the supposed African Dubai, Taiwan. We said that the Anambra people are now illiterate. So he is now trying to build Anambra up by hiring teachers that would then, you know, train the children or the Anambra people before he would then build. Look at it. I mean, skyscraper will not just skyscraper overnight. One of the biggest markets in Nigeria is right there in Onitsha, in Anambra State. So you get. So he's been a tax collector himself. He has been harassing people. He's hired their thugs, professor, hired their thugs to forcefully extort people for money. Now he needs to go and talk to these Anambra people and tell them why he's yet to turn the Anambra to Dubai, Taiwan. And if you dare say anything about Soludom, he's supposed hired their staff, you know. He hired sellers. Can you believe that? Professor, former central bank governor. He hired sellers on social media. And if you see anything and try to question Soludom, they will automatically believe that you are sent by Peter Obi. And the guy said, I'm not as educated, I've done my own. So he should be able to do better than me. And if he's not doing anything, let the Anambra people be the ones to judge him, right? Truly, they are asking questions.
People are doing all. I'm going to need my all. I'll get that guy, man. And I'll roll in Anambra State. And millions of young men with potholes, million aquacha. Give them where I'm an emo with taking. Man, or that million now. I'm going to think Canada, I want to stagnant water. I'm not going to see coach the coach. Even in the way I go, now I get on a 2025. I ain't not yet. It's in Jadabe. I didn't have to Napalia. On what okay, well, Ronaldo, on the Baba, Napa, Jesus Christ.
I'm not covering Soludom and his what have you. I have seen few areas where it's what do you call it? It's social media sellers. They have shown roads that is constructed, you know, like and there's a shiny ones there as well. So I'm not going to write him off completely. It's just that people were asking him why they are not seeing the real development he promised them, other than just some supposed local government worthy of projects that is, you know, is brandishing as state government projects. So maybe another time I'll show you more about Anambra. But it's just that his answer was what jolted me there, like, oh. So the reason why Anambra will not be Africa, Dubai, Taiwan is because Solodom is investing in educating the Anambra people first, because they are illiterate and all that. So they shouldn't expect their Taiwan yet. Maybe in a second term, it will give you Taiwan.